Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally finished the Crossbow Dagger build. This is what we're sitting at. We're sitting at over 1100 ranged hit chance, which is absolutely insane. And we're looking at 1400 max health, and we're also looking at over 2k ranged and magic evasion. Now when tier 2 comes out, I am going to go melee and ranged evasion, but right now we're just going to stick with the ranged and magic evasion, and I might mess around with some endurance too. And this even goes up whenever I Q block. It goes up to 2k, as you guys can see, and it pretty much stays up there. So whenever I go into engagement, I always make sure I roll if I'm attacking somebody that has range or magic, and they pretty much can't kill me. It's actually insane. They miss all the time, which is really nice, especially when you get rooted by crossbow users. So we're going to go over the gear and what I did here. We have the Rex bows, which is super easy to get, and we have the Aquarius Wicked Thorns, which is also really easy to get. I want to switch this out once I get Heaven Daggers, and this build just comes that much more better, especially for an assassin type character, Scorpion class. I'm at 4100 about 4100 combat power. I have 30 strength, 72 dex, which is huge, 21 wisdom, and then 60 perception. And that's where we're pretty much at. I will update the quest log because there's a couple of changes that I made. Thanks to everybody in the previous video for on the comments. That was really helpful, really insightful, but we're going to go all over that in today's video. So leave a like if you enjoy this content, and let me know down in the comment section below what build you went with and what build you're going with in T2. So we got the Phantom Wolf mask with magic evasion, cooldown speed, and ranged evasion. We're using the Ancient Tapestry mantle just for some more evasion and magic evasion and weaken resistance, which is also nice. We're also using the Heroic Tunic of the Resistance. Now this is where there is like a slight debate. The reason why I went with this is because it gives me more hit chance, okay? Which we'll talk about here in a minute. If I'm doing arenas, okay, not ranked arena, just a normal arena, I will actually throw this on, okay? I will throw in my Swirling Essence robe, and pretty much what that does is makes my heavy attack chance a little bit higher, right? I lose on the hit chance, but when you're doing normal arenas now, you are capped at 500 hit, so you can't go above that. In ranked arenas, I always run this, and in open world, I run this because that extra hit chance is huge. I also am running 2-piece Phantom. Okay, so we got the gloves for that attack speed, dexterity, and that ranged evasion. We're also running magic evasion, attack speed, and ranged evasion on our gloves. We got 2-piece Shadow Harvester. We're using the Shadow Harvester trousers, and we're running magic evasion, magic endurance, and ranged evasion on here. The reason why we're running magic endurance is because there really is nothing else that we can put on these pants that are going to help us out, and this is really good for other builds too. This is like the default setup. We're also running Shadow Harvester boots, and that gives us magic evasion, or the traits are put on magic evasion, ranged evasion, and then movement speed, which is also nice. We actually switched out for the icy necklace of strength. I still have my Quick Slayer's pendant, but the reason why we went with this one is it allows us to hit 30 strength, and it allows us to have more hit chance and just more hit chance pretty much. We got buff duration, max health, and skill damage boost on it. And we also have Bracers of the Primal King. This gives us more perception, and we trait that out with max health, skill damage resistance, and debuff duration. We're going through Band of Universal Power, really good ring, like the end all ring. I'm not sure, I don't think anybody uses this in T2, so if you don't have this ring, I wouldn't be too upset about that. Before I had the Alabaster ring, and that's super easy to get, super easy to trade out. Okay, and this one we have mana regen, skill damage boost, and buff duration on it. And then we have the Amber Dimensional Band, pretty much the best band that you can have in T1. Super easy to get, buff duration, skill damage boost, and max health on it. Okay, I was thinking about running the skillful charging bracelet for more attack speed and more hit chance, but then I lose out on the 60 perception. So if I put this on, it doesn't really help me out, right? I lose a little bit of hit chance, and the added attack speed is nice, but I really don't use it. I think that the bracers for the perception and bonus damage just help out way more, and it allows you to hit 60 perception with over 1100 hit. So you're losing a little bit of hit if you run this, but you do get more attack speed if you are running the skillful charging bracelet. Next we're going to go over my runes real quick. So on the weapons, I am running dexterity runes, and then dexterity on both of them. This also allows us to get our dex really high up. And then when it comes to like the runes that I have on it, these are kind of just generic. I'm working on getting my runes 60. The ones that I need, I just haven't been able to get. But we do have range hit chance on our Rex crossbow, and we do have mana cost efficiency. I don't have really anything else in here besides skill damage, the skill damage resistance. This is super low. I just went with mana cost efficiency +2. You really do want to just run skill damage resistance, and then I have range hit chance in here, but my heavy attack chance goes down by -12, which is not too bad. We're just attacking super fast, so I really don't feel it that much. And then for our daggers, we are running hit chance on them again, heavy attack chance, and then mana regen, because I don't have any I haven't got any good chaos runes in here. I guess I can run melee heavy attack chance in here, which would be good. We can run melee heavy attack. Now here's some of the controversial thing is, everybody is telling me, hey, you should run all hit on your belt, which eventually I will do. I just don't have any hit runes that I can put in this belt. So until then, I am just going to stick with this because it still gives me extra health, like 400 health. So that's literally the only reason why I'm running this. I don't have any hit runes, so there's that. Ideally, you want to have all hit on your belt, and that will even be way better. On my necklace, I have hit chance, melee evasion, and magic evasion. That's pretty much it. Usually I would run health on here, but as you guys can see, I don't have any health runes to put in for my necklace. On my bracers, I have max health on them, and then I have skill damage resistance. I need to get a higher skill damage resistance rune. It just has not been dropping for me, and I pretty much am stuck with this low level skill damage resistance. And then I have heavy attack chance on it. For my ring, I have hit chance, and then I have weaken resistance, and then I have max health. Again, ideally you want to run skill damage resistance on it, but I don't have any skill damage resistance. Pretty much I get max health whenever I can get it, and again, no skill damage resistance runes. I am getting super unlucky with that. So once you get all those in, you will be able to take less damage, right? So that's pretty much it for the runes. Now let me go to my skills here, and all my skills, all my passes are pretty much max traded out. Again, we can have even more survivability here when it comes to our ranged and magic evasion with detonation. And it reads, when attacked has a 38% chance to increase movement speed by 10% and magic, melee, and ranged evasion by 380 for 3 seconds. This can go up to 410. I'm working on that. So ideally we could be around 2,500 magic and ranged evasion and almost never get hit, ideally, right? Let's go over my passives real quick. For my weapon mastery, so I pretty much have the bottom tree completely completed out, and then I'm working on the middle tree for my crossbows. I'm missing on some mana regen. I'm missing on some range heavy attack chance, which will be huge once I get this. That extra 60 is huge. Weaken chance is also huge. And then a ranged hit chance plus 80. So we'll have even more ranged hit chance and critical hit chance. So pretty much everything I get, this build just gets better going up through here, and we get more movement speed, so we'll be super fast. This weapon mastery is only 11. It's really low. And then on my daggers, I went up to the middle tree here, which just more evasion, right? Which I actually might switch out because I don't run my daggers out. So I might actually opt to go for, well, this is all evasion. So yeah, this probably helps out a little bit, but again, I don't have my daggers out all the time. So I could go a melee hit chance, off weapon chance, weaken chance, and then this middle tree, which I am going to go for. But I am going to finish out this bottom tree here and go for bloodlust attack speed. So I went for the middle tree and then going out through the bottom tree here and getting bloodlust. And then once I get this one all the way out, we're going to continue through the middle tree here. So there's our weapon mastery. Now let's go on with the skills that I'm using, and we can actually just go into here. One thing that I messed up in my other video is I was running the wrong quickfire settings, right? For my skill specialization, I was running the wrong quickfire settings, which, you know, before in my previous video, like it was doing damage, it was doing good. This does way better. So I am running chain fire, I am running the damage, and I am running the cooldown. The extra damage increased by 20% when you quickfire, which is huge, absolutely huge. And then my cooldown speed decreases by 10%, which, you know, that's fine. Nimble leap, also really huge. We're running these ones. Nimble leap is really good, especially if you're going against greatsword dagger players. You have so much utility with this build that it's just really, really good. We're running detonation mark. Now, if I'm going up against a healer, I actually switch out detonation mark for the knife throwing, okay, which also really helps out. And then I'm running a rapid fire or a rapid shot, which really good. This helps me reset my quick fire or my nimble leap. Sorry, it helps me reset my nimble leap, which it's really nice because a longer cooldown, it'll let you pretty much spam this all the time. So this is really nice, and it has a short cooldown. Selfish diffusion, I'm not running anything in selfish diffusion because I really didn't find myself in my combo using it to its full potential. So I took points out of this because there's really no reason to use it. And then for Mother's Nature, I go for the lightning shot. For the mana exchange, this is really, really important. The reason why I'm running mana exchange is not to get mana back, but it removes CC. So as soon as you get stunned, you want to hit this as soon as you get stunned, okay? And you want to have it on a bar where you can just tap it immediately, because if you get stunned by a great sword player, you are in big, big trouble because they're going to prone you right after that. Or if you get silenced, you are going to get proned, right? You just don't want to be proned ever. So if a great sword dagger player misses their prone, then they lose out on a ton of damage, and there pretty much goes our combo, right? So this is really important. You want to have mana exchange on your build, and you really want to have this specialization remove CC effects, okay? And then the dagger abilities, I actually went with Shadow Strike, increases the range, because people run away from me. Like as soon as I get them down low from 50% health, they just instantly get away from me. This allows me to go in and use my thundercloud bombing and just absolutely nuke them. This is really good. Now you could put these points in somewhere else, but with this setup, I really like how it works, and I really don't need points in anything else right now. You could run Fatal Sigma, take off Shadow Strike if you want to stay at range, but like Shadow Strike is really, really important because you're going into ankle strike. When you Shadow Strike somebody, you immediately press ankle strike to get them down on the ground. They can't do any damage to you, and you hit them with your Thunderclouds bombing. Okay, so this is what I use right here. These are the skill specializations: Thunderclouds bombing, and then attacking a target with 20 stacks. Your target that you're attacking is almost always going to have 20 stacks. Really, really good. Ankle strike. Reason why you want to ankle strike into Thundercloud's bombing. Look at this. Upon hit, offhand weapon activation increases by 30%. So you have your Thunderclouds, you're building up stacks, okay? You have lightning infusion on, you're quick firing them at a long range, right? Like you want to stay in that range to where greatsword dagger players or any melee players just can't pounce on you, and you want to have it to where you're at a distance where, okay, I'm building up these stacks, you're melting their health, you're melting them, and then once you get 20 stacks, depending on how much health they have, this is where the judgment call comes in. You can go in, shadow strike, prone them with the ankle strike. You already have 20 stacks, so Thundercloud's bombing. And then also, if you read this, Thundercloud's bombing deals 250% of base health plus 81 damage and removes the target's Thunderbound bombing effect. Okay, they remove everything. Okay, and this is really good. And then when the target's health is 50% or less, critical hit chance is increased by 600. Okay, you want to make sure they're less than 50% health whenever you use this. Okay, because it's just going to do way more damage. Okay, and then Thunderclouds, they will take 50% plus 16 bonus damage, and the damage is boosted by 100% per stack. So you always want to use this when you have 20 stacks on somebody. Do not use this if you don't have 20 stacks on somebody, or say if they're like really weak and you only have one skill left, right? Use it, but you should be at range. You should always have Shadow Strike comes back super fast. Ankle Strike, it takes a long time. It's on a 23-second cooldown. So you're going to go in, you're going to hit them with this, and you want to make sure that they have 20 stacks, they're prone, and you want to make sure that they're less than 50% health when you hit this. Really important. Okay, and that's pretty much everything, guys. So the big thing, okay, when you're doing this, you always want to make sure you have your Mother Nature, okay? Mother's Nature. And then I go into my selfless, and then I go into my lightning infusion, and then I go into my detonation mark. Again, detonation mark's a little iffy, okay? Sometimes it misses the target, and sometimes you miss out on the extra damage there. I will actually switch this out again if I'm going up against a healer and I'm finding that I'm just not able to kill them. I will switch this out with knife throwing. Knife throwing is also really good with the weekend. And then I really don't run anything else besides lightning throw. You could run the duration increases by 2 seconds, which also is really good. I really don't find myself needing to increase the number of knives, but the effect duration really good, and then the lightning throw is also pretty good, right? Applies a weakened effect, increases magic melee endurance. So I would run these two and take this out of Shadow Strike, and then take my specialization out of Mortal Mark, which gives me 7. So I have 14 points, and I can kind of play around with it, right? So all the time when you're doing this, again, you want to pick your target, okay? Pop all your buffs, and then Mortal Mark, quick fire. They got 20 stacks, okay, and then go in, Shadow Strike, and then hit them with your Thundercloud's bomb to consume it. And this absolutely melts everybody. This just it's insane how crazy this class is, and it's super fun to play. Now, if you're going up against people that are going to stun you, if they're going to prone you, you always want to stay back, okay? They make them come to you. You see yourself get Shadow Strike, you know a greatsword user, if someone Shadow Strikes you, they're going to prone you 100%, okay? They're going to use their prone, okay, whatever. I am going to mana exchange right when that happens, and that will help me out, get me out of there. I will still be able to nimble leap back. I want to make distance. As soon as I get out, I want to take distance away, okay? I want to go back. I want to get out of there, get out of that situation, and I want to actually create distance You don't want to be up close and personal unless you're 50% health less, okay? Like they have less than 50% health, and you're able to shadow strike and ankle strike them. I will have some arena videos coming out soon. You guys can kind of see. Another thing, a lot of people are running spear daggers in arena and in large scale. With spear dagger or spear greatsword, that anybody that's running a spear, they have an extra shield, okay? And I'm actually going to switch to my spear build here, and I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. Whenever they are running spear, dagger, or spear, whatever, they're going to have this shield, Unyielding Sentinel. This shield is really good, and it blocks all your attacks from range. So you're not going to be doing any damage. You're just loading damage into them. You're hitting the shield. You're not going to be doing anything to them, right? They're going to pop this, and it lasts for 10 seconds. If I see someone pop this, okay, I am not going in. I'm not targeting them. They're going to pop it before they do their big combo. It has a 10-second cooldown. So right when this comes offline, I am going to go right in, and I am going to try to kill this person before they get this shield again. This shield is absolutely insane, and it's just really good in PvP, and it comes back super fast, man. Super fast. So you have to be aware with the timings when you're coming in and you're trying to burst somebody down. You have to be aware of your opponent. You have to be aware of their skills. And what's really cool about this game is I was able to play a Greatsword Dagger. I was able to play make all these different builds, so I kind of know how they play. The only build that I really don't know is bow and like staff, pretty much, right? Like I know they can root me, I know that they can shoot from really far range, but those are my primary targets, and they really don't have a shield unless I proc weaken on them, and then they get that shield. I kind of back off, wait for that shield to go away. Anybody that has a shield, do not attack them, pretty much. You can go stealth, you can do a lot of different things, okay? Just don't attack them. If you're trying to go for a tank, burst down a tank, there's a shield that pops up that reflects bullets or your projectiles at you. You do not want to target those people when they have their shield up. I'm learning that sometimes tanks will try to fake you out into getting your damage rotation, and then all of a sudden they pop that shield and you just get melted because everything is ricocheting back to you. Do not be that person that attacks a tank while his shield is up, okay? It is not going to help you or your team out. But that's pretty much it with my updated greatsword, or not greatsword, but updated Scorpion build, everybody. Let me know down in the comment section below if you made it this far. Any Crossbow Dagger elitists out there, I've been playing this build for like 2 weeks, and I think I got a good grasp on it. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you kind of agree with this? Do you agree with the PvP portion of it and everything I'm saying? It's just good tips and tricks, all yada yada, all that stuff, right? So as always, guys, remember to stay blessed and stay humble. And this, like I said, I'm having so much fun on this build. Like, it just melts everything. I also have a PvP section for this build. Let me know if you want to see it. Let me know if you want to see me do a video on that. My next build is going to be on Spear Dagger, and that build's fun. I also completed that build, and it just does a lot of damage in arena and in PvP. In arena normal, that I run Spear Dagger, but in ranked arena I run this Expo build. Also, let me know what build you guys want to see me do in T2. Maybe we'll do like a little poll when T2 comes out on what build I should be going for. As always, guys, remember, stay blessed, stay humble, and I will catch you in another video. Peace.